It's time for some carbon-based gaming.
Here lies Maurinia Grigsby Bartlett, died wealthy days after her husband, aged 21.
Locked in perpetual prayer. Keep trying, my friend. Fierce and feminine, an age-old symbol of dwarven womanhood. The Queen of Pearls, revered among dwarves.
In death, the dwarves give eagles life, an elegant passing for an inelegant people.
Biting deep into the rotting flesh, your senses are assailed with a rank odor of meat long past its prime. Your memory wavers and becomes not your own, but the memory of one who led the most solitary of lives. You see myriad wings flapping, your hand scattering birdseed. You hear the screeching of eagles, the tearing of flesh. All of your life is centered on this place, this pedestal of death. All of your life is dedicated to feeding your eagles the meat of your dearly departed people. The eagle glowers at you with one baleful eye, keeping the other eye firmly trained on the stringy morsels of rotting flesh dangling from its beak. The eagle glowers at you balefully, with eyes like shiny little buttons. One manicured and beribboned claw shoots forth to claim the stringy offal before him. Stretching his neck forward, he peers closely at you.
Pretty eyes, eyes that see far.
The eagle's own eyes glitter with avarice.
Master tied them on. Pretty, pretty ribbons. Match my pretty claws. Match your pretty eyes.
Peck, peck, peck. The eagle pecks free some choice lump of gristle from deep within the corpse. He swallows it whole, dark blood dripping from his beak and matting the fluffy feathers at his throat.
Master died, but Master told me what to do. All my life told me you are what you eat. So I do. I will become the Master. Unless you are not the new Master, are you? Think me an owl? A wren? A crow? I am an eagle. I know my place in this world. So should you. Leave Master and I alone.
He ostentatiously fluffs up his feathers and turns back to his sordid repast. Here lies an unknown farmhand, not a dwarf, but of them, a smallish man of no small heart.
I've spotted something.
The plinth of the statue bears a series of deep, circular scratches upon its stone. The statue can be rotated. You cringe at the sound of stone grating against stone. You cringe at the sound of stone grating against stone. You cringe at the sound of stone grating against stone. You cringe at the sound of stone grating against stone.
What's this?
The creature barely notices your presence. The headless statue looms over you. Its plinth bears the same rotation scratches as its counterpart. The headless statue looms over you. The statue doesn't move, no matter how much force you apply.
What's this?
Too heavy.
I found something.
These are lizard remains, but in the human section of the graveyard. Something's amiss.
You struggle to focus on the so-called healer looking down at you. Nothing but a human quack. The end is near. You can sense it. You croak out a last plea, to be burned in the lizard tradition, but it only comes out as an unintelligible squeak. The human frowns in confusion. Everything goes dark.
You savage! I hope you choke on me.
Here lieth Jeffer, first name unknown, and of no further use. Vilnix Creever. Almost sounds like a lizard name, but here. Pauline Lacey lies here, burned in her bed. As in life, so in death. Here lies Porphyria Swan, died of shrieking hysteria. Let the gossips chatter, no matter. Arthur Bree lies here, sadly missed by customers and family alike.
Let's see what spirits haunt this garden.
I've spotted something.
Here rests Timus Anchoret. Ever may he look out upon the woods he loved so dearly.
Help! I'm down here! A mind of this magnitude shouldn't be cursed to live like this. Can you dig me up? Don't worry, there's nothing funny about me. Please hurry, it's stifling in here.
The skeleton tries to brush the dirt from his clattering bones, then frowns. The moistest bits are still stuck in his cracks and crevices.
Thanks. You're probably looking for a reward, but I haven't got much. Except, you know, the wisdom of the ages.
He pokes a finger against his ossified head.
I'm a bit of a philosopher, you see. Not much else to be, what with all that thinking time. Oh, but I don't just go around giving knowledge away like a common medium.
The skeleton pauses and sighs, then straightens his spine with a clatter.
A soul bond will settle it. A battle of wits. Then the cosmos itself will decide who can better face the truth of our own essence, me or you. A weak soul may not survive the bond, but I'm sure you'll be just fine. Oh, it's easy. We link up souls and share our innermost beliefs. Think of it like an innocent little duel. The winner remains comfortable with their personal truths. The loser, well... Battle is dangerous, is it not? I find it to be true anyway, even when you're battling your own mortality. The angst can prove terminal to the weak-willed. Oh, how fun. Just touch this bone on my rib cage here, right over where my heart would be, if, well, you know.
You reach for the rib in question, but nothing feels different. Not until you try to pull your finger away and it remains glued to the bone.
All right, mister. Deep thought. First up, our purpose in life. I say it's to accumulate knowledge. Pretty great answer, eh? Can you do better than that?
His jaws clack together in a show of self-assurance. A shattering shiver passes through the skeleton's body from toe to head, then back again.
Well, but... let's just move on to the next question. Tell me, Sammy Smarty Pants, is there such thing as free will? I say no. The gods guide our every move. I dare you to outsmart me now. Oh, gods, I can hardly bear to... All right, I need to get a hold of myself.
The skeleton hangs his head low, then yanks it upwards again.
One last query. Is there a difference between right and wrong? The truth is that there is not. Only action and consequence. Oh-ho! I got you there.
You feel the bond break between your finger and the skeleton. You pull your hand quickly back to your side.
I can't bear this existential agony. What have you...
Mourn not for Crispin, a simpleton's idea of a clever man, and a poor man's idea of a rich one.
Ancestor tree. Pure grace in an undeserving world. The spirit of the tree may have much to say.
The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground to the surface above and beyond. But this tree feels tainted. You are a scion of the elves. The mother tree demands your blood. You do not have a choice. She has a plan, and you must serve her with your death. You heed your mother's wishes and take root. But then you hear a voice, a friendly whisper from beyond. The voice knows you, he understands you, he loves you. He offers you your freedom and asks but one small service in return. Grateful, you accept. In an instant, you are an elf once more, walking in the world. But your new friend begins to make demands. Small services, then larger and more often. They cause you pain. At last, he bids you guard your tree. He expects you shall have guests. You shall kill the Godwoken when they come. Then you shall be free. The thought occurs. The scion replaced one bad deal with another.
No such thing as luck, only self-earned success. Or as in this case, self-earned failure.
Spare me this elven strife. I care not.
Desperation leads to stupidity, among the stupid anyway.
The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground to the surface above and beyond. But you are a scion of the elves. The mother tree demands your blood. But then you hear a voice, a friendly whisper from beyond. Grateful, you accept. In an instant, you are an elf once more, walking in the... At last, he bids you guard your tree. He expects you shall have guests. The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground. Here lies David Cray. All shall lose the race with death. Here lies Jin Akana, noted fencer, a near unblemished record.
A cremation pyre. Fire to ash, from ember to flame.
The chest before you is covered in old ancient empire pictograms. You consider trying to find some lockpicks in your bag, but looking at the chest, you don't see any keyhole. You hear a deep rumbling from inside the chest, and a voice emerges. It hisses and clicks, but doesn't make any sense. The chest responds with more hissing. It's a language, but you don't understand it. Given the pictograms, you assume it's an ancient lizard tongue. The chest before you is covered in old ancient empire pictograms. You consider trying to find some lockpicks in your bag, but looking at the chest, you don't see any keyhole. You hear a deep rumbling from inside the chest, and a voice emerges. It hisses and clicks at you in the old tongue, your people's ancient language.
This chest recognizes Consul Zara as master. Speak her words or return me to the flames. This chest does not answer the questions of fools. Speak the words of Consul Zara or return me to the flames. The words of Consul Zara are not inane babbling. Speak them or be silent. This chest opens for the words of Consul Zara, not apes, not kin, not the gods themselves.
Are resplendent with polished ivory, heavy but well made, fit for a noble. The air around you glows with sudden heat. Specks of ash fall from the sky, summoning a fractured memory. Dig. Work. Deeper. By the Empress's order, you have to go deeper. As the memory fades, ghostly flames flicker on the surface of the polished sabatons.
I see you. You have the strength I've been looking for. Patience. You must prove yourself worthy of such answers. Find where the archaeologist cut into the earth. I will draw strength from there to speak again.
The voice vanishes, but the bone-deep longing remains. You must dig in the east. You must. A terrible chill pervades the air as the ashen vision fades. Someone new is watching you. Sings a long-forgotten tune in a long-forgotten language. One, it seems, with the ever-revolving wheels of space and time.
Spirit. It beckons to me. A lone witness to the carnage that must have happened here. I must speak with it. There is an urgency in its bearing that cannot be denied.
The Red Prince addresses the lizard spirit. He turns out to be a dreamer, long dead, who speaks archaically and sings in a truly ancient tongue.
Rav Mudon. Anan Eket, Vetu Duran.
Like a lullaby, the melody lulls them both to sleep until, with a start, the Red Prince wakes once more.
My word. Even I, not in my wildest, most demon-lusting dreams, could have guessed a destiny such as this. A tale too preposterous to be believed, and yet so ultimately, so undeniably true once told. The race of lizards, all of us, we were dragons once. Great red dragons. Somehow, eons ago, we withered. We shrank, our wings shriveled. Never more to be the majestic creatures we once were. Until now. I am to be the father of dragons, and she, the Red Princess, is to be the mother. I've told you about her, haven't I? The secret of my soul. All my life I thought she was but a dream within a dream, but she is real. She is here. And I must go to her. To think she awaits me even now, no more than a walk away. Come, we must move north at once. Dying indeed. We mustn't forget the House of Shadows continues to hunt us. The dreamer I met only managed to elude them by escaping bodily into the dream realm, never to return. Sacrifices are being made in our names, mine and hers, so that we may sire dragons. I intend to prove worthy of these sacrifices.
The Red Prince turns to thank the spirit for its aid. The old soul concludes its melody, and with it, its stay upon this world. The spirit keeps glancing back. A difficult task, since his shoulders are tense as iron.
How can I help? If I knew the way, I'd shout until every god heard me. But I have no idea. I simply want this to end.
The chronicler puts his head in his hands, collapsing in silent defeat.
Rubbish.
The spirit of a dwarf frowns at you, suspicion drawing the lines of his face deep.
I don't hear any pickaxes. No shovels. Where are my lazy diggers? We can't be wasting time. The Empress will have me head, and then all of yours. Haven't you seen the excavation site? There's real treasure there. Bones of the beast. The site's close. It has to be. There's more stones to break, more earth to turn. We need to get there.
At first glance, the spirit seems much like its host. Hollow, detached, yet in its eyes you see something more ominous, something not apparent before. Agony. Your hand reaches through the spirit. Your source is inert. You see no memories, siphon no emotions. Its face grows even more tortured. It is trapped. By what or by whom you cannot say.
This spirit's as haunted as the graveyard it roams.
It's hard not to feel some pride in reptilian engineering. I watched an elf spend hours trying to force his way into a lizard's chest. Eventually, he threw it into the flames. But still it sits there, indestructible. He did not leave empty-handed, unfortunately. I pity the poor salamander that he dragged back to his ghastly home. It's hard not to feel some pride in reptilian. I watched an elf spend hours. He did not leave empty-handed, unfortunately. I pity the poor salamander that he dragged back to his ghastly home.
The spirit cannot speak, or perhaps chooses not to. The chest before you is covered in... You hear a deep rumbling from inside the chest, and a voice emerges.
The spirit taps his foot, arms crossed tight across his chest.
Why are you wasting everyone's time? Get to the site before the Empress sees! Haven't you seen the excavation site? There's real treasure there. Bones of the beast. The site's close. It has to be. There's more stones to break, more earth to turn. We need to get there.
An undead elf steps from the shadows. He looks powerful, but when he speaks, he is in pain.
Welcome, Godwoken, to your grave. I promised you decay. I decay. But if I serve, I grow again. I shall serve him. You must die. He is my friend. He is your king. He wants your decay. Rise, root and branch. Obey your scion. Defeat my enemy.
The spirit ignores your presence, busy as it is resisting the pull of another, the ancestor tree, trying to take its source. All you feel is its resistance and its hate. The spirit ignores your presence, busy as it is resisting the pull of another, the ancestor tree, trying to take its source. All you feel is the spirit's resistance and its anger, directed at the mother tree that has betrayed it. The spirit ignores your presence, busy as it is resisting the pull of another, the ancestor tree, trying to take its source. All you feel is its resistance and its hate for the rebellious scion.
rise, root and branch! Obey your scion, defeat my enemy! Rise, root and branch! Obey your scion, defeat my enemy! Here, God won't rise, my rotten army. Rise!
boring. Junk.
this.
The spirit looks forlorn, exhausted, spent. Nothing remains of the life you led. The long years after death, resisting the tree as it tried to take your source, have left you with little more than an overwhelming sense of betrayal. Relief flows through you. The spirit slips away. A wave of relief washes off the spirit, relief tempered with disgust. You are an elven spirit. Who you were in life is now forgotten. You have spent the years resisting the pull of the ancestor tree. It would steal your source. This source you would gladly give to the mother tree. But not this traitor. This scion has betrayed the elves. This scion has taken a darker path. This scion wants your source for someone or something else. This, you think, is what happens when the scions don't get proper training. Relief flows through you as you realize that you may leave. Your thoughts flash to the mother tree by the water on an island with no name. The spirit slips away. The spirit looks angry. You have been a spirit for a very long time indeed. This afterlife has been spent resisting the pull of the ancestor tree that wants your source. You've always hated the scion of the tree for seeking your destruction. Once he served the hated mother tree. You hate her too, but now the scion has taken a darker path. But he still wants your source. Relief flows through you as a realization grows. You may leave. The spirit slips away. The spirit taps his foot, arms crossed tight across his chest.
Why are you wasting everyone's time? Get to the site before the Empress sees! You don't know the Outlaw Empress? She got you for the disrespect. So best get digging before she gets back. The site's close. It has to be. There's more stones to break, more earth to turn. We need to get there.
Here lies Bidsy Vanyan, drowned in rum. If the Hall of Echoes a tavern be, her seat is reserved. Here lies an unnamed bag of bones, found long after the flood.
It won't respond to my touch.
Here reposes an unknown alchemist, whose scars glowed after her death. She lies here, but not in darkness. We are glad to give her rest. Here lies an unknown traveler, stopped to ask for water, fell ill and died. We are glad to give him rest. Here lies an unknown wanderer. We are glad to give her rest. Here lies an unknown wagoner, run over by his own cart. We are glad to give him rest. Here lies an unknown songstress, who sang in the night and did beguile us. We found her body in the morning. We are glad to give her rest. Here lies an unknown ne'er-do-well, tried to steal the wrong man's gold. We are glad to give him rest. Here lies an unknown thief who drank too much and gave herself away. We are glad to give her rest. Here lies an unknown vagabond who died in her sleep with her boots still on. We are glad to give her rest. Here lies an unknown pious priest, stopped for a moment's peace, found a great deal more. We are glad to give him rest. Here lies an unknown tall man, fell hard upon hard times, and barely fit the box. We are glad to give him rest. Here lies an unknown adventurer, who came to us with tales of blood, and died still with all his own. We are glad to give him rest. Here lies honest Dorild, or whatever his real name was. We are glad to give him rest.
Human graves. May the dead stay forever at rest.
Here lies Fane Surrey, whose family's generous patronage helped build these burial grounds, and who refused to be buried in the Surrey crypt. Here lies an unnamed child of the Harkwood family. Their sorrows know no bounds. Here lies an unnamed child of the Harkwood family. Their sorrows know no bounds. Here lies an unnamed child of the Harkwood family. Their sorrows know no bounds.
A stately knight. I feel safer in his presence.
Here lies the corporeal flesh of mathematician Anne Grimm. Behold death, the great equalizer. Here resteth Edmund Vannelik, gallant soldier, nearly a hero.
This part is gated off from the rest. Whoever is buried here must have been important.
Here rests the lizard hero Vidya. She served Lucian the Divine with great dignity and vanquished the strange beasts that arose from the primordial caverns of Reaper's Coast. The implements of her heroism shall rest at the site of her victory. Here rests the dwarven hero Bromley. She served Lucian the Divine with honor and cast out the demons that plagued the great woodlands. The implements of her heroism shall rest at the site of her victory. Here rests the human hero Garrick. He served Lucian the Divine with immense skill and slew the necromancers who preyed upon the dead of Stone Garden Cemetery. The implements of his heroism shall rest at the site of his victory. Here rests the elven hero Halla. He served Lucian the Divine with great vigor and defended the farmers who feed Reaper's Coast against pitiless bandits. The implements of his heroism shall rest at the site of his victory. Suddenly, the earth churns and buckles upwards in several places. Some things are trying to rise to the surface.
Godwoken! You must fall! The God King demands it!
You must fall, so that we may rise!
Let your blood quench our roots, so we may grow.
The covenant shall be fulfilled.
Haste steel, Godwoken!
These graves shall be yours now, Godwoken. Your end will be our beginning!
You're not trying to escape, are you?
Control yourself!
The God King. I love your mortal weapon.
The heroes of Driftwood lie at your feet, dead for good this time.
Most foreboding. When did heroes turn villains? And what is this covenant?
Whoever is behind all this will have to try harder if they want to stop us.
If you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe for more. Or consider checking out one of the related playlists on the channel.